Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 43 of my gameplay series in No Man's Land. So if this is what you're looking for, then please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to No Man's Land. I'm recording this pretty quick after I recorded the last one, well, immediately after, but it's just been overnight. So let's take a look at first in the menu here. So we need to get some weed spray out on these guys, which isn't that big of a deal. Where's my weed sprayer? So we'll go ahead and get that going. We'll get this guy hired to do that. No big deal. It's growing. Not a big deal. All the fertilizer states are good to go on that. So let's get this guy hired here. Get him going, working on that. He's got narrows on, so shouldn't be any issues with the crops. Nope, perfect. Okay. All right, hire you to do that. Another thing you'll notice is we have more money. So we got $100,891 in the BGA. Also, yesterday in game, I sold before the last night. I sold 10 pigs, so I delivered 10. We had 97. I took it down to 87. Now we're back up to 93. So I delivered 10 pigs because they were going to Ome Coast for $500 a piece. We discussed that price, so we already been paid for that. And I'm waiting to confirm the price from him for everything else. So once we confirm that, then we'll get payment for the 30,000 liters of manure and slurry that we delivered to him to kind of help him out. So less about making money on that one, more about helping out kind of a friend. So not a big deal there. Yeah, everything's going well. Cows are up to 27, which is awesome. Lots of milk. Lots of chickens, lots and lots and lots of chickens. So chickens are reproducing obviously crazy fast. Yeah, very awesome there. I have not too many eggs there, but I think they probably filled up a pallet, and that was probably another pallet there. So sheep are doing good. They're slowly recovering from us selling a bunch of them. But the other thing we want to look at in here is if we go over to growth, our sugarcane is ready to harvest, except for the two little bits there. But the sugarcane in general is ready to harvest. The soy will be ready later today. The grass will be ready soon as well. And actually we need to hop over to, remember we got the fermenter here, so we can probably dump the remaining bit. So it's still going a little bit slower than I would like, so we may end up buying another one of these at some point. Yeah, I may get two just so we can have two of them going. Because if we're going to end up mowing and we're not even through this stuff yet, then it's going to be us mowing faster than we can, you know, put it in there. Especially if we do like a corn harvest or something, we'll need that. We could also just have a bunker silo somewhere else on another part of the farm that we use kind of as overflow. So that is another option for us. As far as sugarcane goes, so this stuff regrows. It does. It regrows, as you already can see here as this stuff is regrowing. We could wait for that, but I think we want to get the sugarcane harvest rolling. So we need 70,000 liters for a subscriber contract. So I'm thinking going to here. I think when we buy this, it's 45 grand, which I know, but then that way we can just hold on to it. We'll get probably wide tires on it. Well, it doesn't really matter. No, we can just hold on to it and we can use it from now on, because this is going to keep the sugarcane, I believe, regrows 3 times or more. I can't remember now. I've had it all down in my head when I did the sugarcane tutorial video, but yeah, I think it'll be worth it. So we're not leasing it, because again, 2,000 a pop, you know, 45,000, because then we can sell it back. So as long as we keep doing a lot of sugarcane, I think we're going to go ahead and just purchase that. So yeah, I think it'll just be kind of best for us to own one of these. So I already bought one there for us, so we're good to go. Sorry, I had to go run and do something real quick right in the middle of that. So just ignore that little edit there that I'll try to accomplish there. But okay, so sugarcane, we're gonna go ahead and send probably this Massey down to pick it up. All right, send him down. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, the sheep are full in their wool area again. I'm not very good about emptying that out. I've been pretty bad about that. Let's go grab. We'll hop into, where's he at? Over here? No. Huh. Can't find him on the map. Did I move him? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I did move him. I'm losing my mind. I pulled him over there right after we started this episode. Okay, I'll go hop into this guy real quick, and we'll grab onto. We'll grab our big bag handler, so we can go move the wool. We'll get it loaded up onto the trailer just to get that taken care of. So, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. Perfect. All right, so I'll go take care of that. But yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. We're gonna get, gosh, that stuff is so tall, like just ridiculously tall. It's crazy how tall that is. Oh, such a cool crop. Anyhow, all right, guys. And oh, and it does say, as you know, oops, there we go. It says remove tops. The harvesters do that automatically. That's part of what they do. So we don't need to worry about that. That just kind of happens. So, yep, I'll just keep working on stuff around the farm and getting stuff taken care of. So I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. All right, we're gonna get our sugarcane harvest going. If you don't know how this works, you can hook up a trailer to the back of that there. I'm not gonna use the big trailer, though. This will fill up really quickly, just because this is difficult. So we're gonna try to hire a worker, which I know crop destruction is gonna be an issue. So I am actually going to, just for frustration's sake, I'm going to turn crop destruction off for this. All right, and then this. Perfect. And that cuts, see that part there cuts the tops off as it harvests. Fantastic. I mean, we're doing just a little strip there, and you can see how fast the tank is going to fill up. So, yeah. Oh, you're never going to find that track. I just love this. Oop. It's lagging, definitely lagging a little bit in here. Oh, this is crazy. You would never know where you're going. That's why you do it. Now, typically, yeah, you do it around the outside, so you go around the edges and have that hang over into the field there. But, oh, I was like, what is it doing? But it's confused about that section there, so that's fine. Whoa! Unhire you, what are you doing? That was kind of wild there for a second. There we go. I decided to do some crazy stuff there. There we go. I mean, it's missing a little bit. We can always come back and hit some stuff later too. So, okay, back on track it goes. But yeah, that is something we're doing today. Obviously, sugarcane harvest. This thing does turn around fairly good and work decently as a hired worker. It'll have issues on that end down there, but on this end, it shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, it's pretty nifty. Very, very cool. Again, it's filling up super quick for how little it's doing. I mean, one row is going to be what, 5,000-ish liters, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe not quite. I don't know. It's, yeah, it probably is maybe about 5,000 liters, if not more than that. Okay, so just over 5,000 liters for a row that big. Think of how many rows that big are going to be in this whole thing. So, and that's why I'm not worried about those little bits waiting for those little sections to grow up that are like, you know, like this one. I'm not going to worry about that just because it's going to take us forever to get this done. So that trailer is going to fill up super fast, and once it's full, then we're going to need to get it emptied out and switched around, and that can be kind of a pain. I think since we do have a full trailer full of wool here, let's see what we got for prices. Yeah, we'll have to see what we have for prices here in a second, but let's go into town, see if we can't grab ourselves a breakfast or something. That'd be kind of nice. So we'll grab the charger, we'll put uniform on and do that kind of crazy stuff. But oh, we need to get, actually, that's before we do that, let's get this guy going onto that final field to get weeds taken care of there. And then once weeds are taken care of, then we're just kind of waiting for that to be ready to harvest as well. So yeah, nothing super exciting, but that's kind of how it's going. All right, let's get this guy. Yeah, that should do it there. Perfect. Okay, we will go over and hop in the charger. Oh, we're gonna back it into the water. It's fine. It's an amphibious charger. Okay, I'm gonna set the cruise control so we don't crash. So we'll head into town. I think there might be a couple of new things going on in town. I heard there's some construction and whatnot, so we'll go check some of that out too. I know we don't normally do that so early on in the episode, but hey, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna get it out of the way, tear the band-aid off so you can see how bad I am at adding stuff to the town, but I don't think that's the case maybe, but still. We'll go take a look at some stuff that's going on. Might get a little laggy here and there. I could top this guy up with fuel. I mean, it's not too low, but we'll just stop in here. Looks like Terry's gas station is hopping. There's lots of cars and stuff around. I heard he's getting ready to put like some sort of sandwich shop or something in there, so That'll be cool. Well, since this is a government vehicle, we are going to reimburse ourselves for the $4 worth of fuel. There we go. No, it doesn't really matter. Oh, look, they sold the, I guess someone must have bought this land out and they sold off the spinnery. So the spinnery might be moving somewhere else, but we'll see what they end up doing with the land there. That's something new, definitely. And down the main drag this way. Oh, we're gonna hit, of course, we barely clipped that thing. Oh, wow. Looks like they've started adding in their towns, or their towns, their, jeez. Started adding in their housing, so that's pretty nifty there. All right, so they got some housing coming in here. We'll see how many houses they build. They got lots of land, so I am curious to see how that goes, but they are starting to work on some of them, get some of the framing up, but we'll stop to get Taco Bell. It's my favorite breakfast, so of course we're going to stop. Oh, we'll check out what's going on over there, too. Water, okay, sweet. Crash. It's all fine. Gosh, Taco Bell does sound good as I'm recording this. My wife and I are going to go out tonight for our 1-year anniversary, so I'm very excited about that. We actually celebrated on the 22nd, but yeah. So here's this. This is a mod by Kyle, of course. Land Giants Forum nagging map makers. Oh, I do love it. Fantastic. Oh, we can move the sign around too, I think. Maybe it's too heavy. So great. So yeah, I figured that this would be kind of a good, I guess those are too heavy for us, but I thought this would be a good place for this. That way there's, you know, food for when there's baseball games and whatnot, and then this parking lot can be used a little bit too when there's not other stuff going on. So yeah, awesome. I'm very glad to have that in there. Now, one of the new things that they added in the update for No Man's Land was like parking stalls that you could put down that were kind of like placeable over the top of paint textures. So they look similar, very, very similar to kind of it was actually what was over at the airport in the other episode, if you remember that. So very similar to that, what's going on there. So yeah, nifty. I might add some of those in and do something like that, or, you know, one way or another, I'll add something in or do something crazy with that. But yeah, so I wanted to show you guys that. I forgot to. I was supposed to do that last episode, or I meant to do that last episode, but I completely skipped my mind. So, oop. And I mentioned that as we're getting ready to sell. Oh, he's full, probably. That's so crazy. Or no, he's still going. He's chipping away. But he's almost full, which is crazy. Looks like he's gotten probably on his 3rd row, maybe. Doesn't make sense. Maybe his 4th row? I don't know. Regardless, I probably should go park this, huh? Park this in where it should go, at least. Oh, crop disruption's off, thank goodness. Oh, that would have been bad. Whoa. That didn't work out the way we maybe anticipated. That's okay. We'll just back up to there. Perfect. Hop out of there. Okay. What else we're gonna do? Oh, we're gonna see if we couldn't sell. Oh, what does he got going on there? Oh, you're running into the breeze. Let's get you moved over a little bit. We're gonna sell the wool, so we'll take a look if there's a spot we want to maybe do that at. See where the best spot is. Well, that's right. Technically, you're supposed to plow every time after you do a harvest, but we're going to let it regrow, so we'll just get a little bit of a yield deficit. Obviously, if we plow over that, we're not going to have sugarcane there. So, but a little yield deficit won't be a big deal. So, okay, let's go over to wool. 1204. That's not too bad. We can probably go sell it for that. That's actually, I should think that's pretty good. Don't normally get around 1100. Anyhow, we'll probably go sell it for that after we go park this guy, since this guy's finishing it up. Awesome. All right. Get you parked up. Ooh, yeah, don't break the booms on that. I should go check on the harvester. I feel like he's doing something awry. Let's go do this. Okay, now he's getting ready to finish up his load here. So this is probably his 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably his 4th one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's back up. We can probably unhire him. Back hopefully straight up. And then disconnect the trailer. Pull you forward so you're kind of in line with where you need to be. And then if we hop in... Yeah, you can do the emptying. That's fine. We'll unhook that. We don't need that right now. Gosh, it's 21,000 liters so far off of that. So just that little section there. That's crazy. All right. Sneak in here and grab this. Actually, you know what? These guys, can they hold sugarcane? I don't know if they can or not. Let's check that real quick. Garage. Where are you going to put me in the garage? Oh, back over there where those lights are. That makes sense. All right, move back over. Pass them? No, okay. I'm curious because those would work really well for what we're doing here with the sugarcane. Where are they at? I feel, yeah, they're not going to be this far back. Here they are. Okay, sugarcane. They can hold sugarcane. All right, we're definitely trading that out. We're going to use those instead. This is very similar to like a silage harvest in a lot of ways. So let's get this guy out of here. And that would also make it easier for them to turn around, which actually he did do really good at that end, turning around. Like, I'm shocked how well he did there. So let's get this guy emptied and we'll park it. We should be able to just chuck some sugarcane into here, huh? Yep, perfect. Oh man, that's awesome. We're definitely gonna be able to complete that contract today. The thumbnail probably was sugarcane harvesting just because that's probably the most exciting thing since we haven't done that before. I do want to do some cotton still and some stuff like that, but again, it's just all of it takes such specialized equipment. It's kind of cool. If we did cotton harvesting, it'd be something that I'd want to legit keep at and keep doing. So maybe when we have more land and we get like a big cotton field that we can use. Oh, I want to park this. Get moved over a little bit. Yeah, because these trailers would be perfect for that. I didn't even think of that. But, just because they're designed for bulk kind of goods, and the sugarcane kind of falls under that number. So I don't remember how much these hold. I think they hold more than that other trailer. I think they hold 24,000 liters. I think that's what they hold. So yeah, they should work out really well for doing sugarcane. The tops are removed on part of them. That's funny, even though they haven't been harvested yet. Hop in the tractor that's hiding. Perfect. That's going well. Can't see anywhere we're going. All right, well, yeah, I'm gonna keep working on getting the sugarcane going. Yeah, that's about all we have going on right now. We do need to get more pigs delivered today. Chickens are over the edge crazy. Once those get maxed out, then we'll probably sell like 100 chickens at a time, because that'll be $2,500 a time with chickens. The main thing's obviously going to be their eggs, but we're still making a lot more selling them now than we could in the past. Those are doing good. But yeah, so today the livestock dealer is up and running. We have our Massey on a $10,000 a day deal, so that's until we pay it off. So what we're going to do, actually, let's go ahead and make that payment real quick. Perfect. So we made $10,000 payment today, and that leaves us with $250,000 left, essentially, on that loan or that agreement what we have with them. So awesome. Oh, we're gonna sell wool, weren't we? Let's go grab the other Massey. It is right there. Actually, I want to park this trailer too, because it's kind of bugging me where it's at. I was thinking about using it for the sugarcane, but that's just too big to try to maneuver this guy around. This is just, it just wouldn't work out. Let's get this guy parked. I do like we can drive through here now without driving through bunker cells. It's kind of nice. You're doing good. Okay. Actually, you know what? We'll leave you here because we'll probably want to sell silage, which I don't know how much silage we have, so we can probably check on that too real quick since we're over here. I mean, I know I could look at the reader board there and probably get close. Oh, we should have enough for a full trailer. That'd be awesome. So I'll be able to deliver that as well for us. All right, still filling up, so I'll come back and deal with that later. Let's go get the wool sold. So we'll just sell it at No Man's Land store. I think that's fine. We'll get this guy driving for us. We'll stick with him, but ML store. He is doing a decent job at turning around on there, which I'm pretty happy about. Maybe a little bit easier even now with that trailer too. Yeah, he did a really tight circle there. He probably won't have any issues getting around any of that stuff. That's awesome. I was worried about that field just for that reason, because I thought we would have some issues turning around and stuff, but it seems like it's going to be okay. But while we're doing this, I might as well mention something else about the police academy. I'll still tell another police story today, but drop any comments you have about questions about anything about the police academy or my training or what I do every day or anything like that. Just I'm happy to ask them. And if you are new to the channel, I am a full-time police officer, and I record Farming Simulator on the side. This is kind of just my hobby, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, so as this guy's heading in, so another thing, I talked about the dorms a little bit. I talked about EVOC training, which is Emergency Vehicle Operation Course training. That's where we did the stuff at the actual State Patrol Academy, which is a separate academy. So our academy, or our state, actually has technically 3 police academies. I talked about the Spokane one and the Burien one near Seattle. And there's also one, what is it, over by, I can't remember where it's, Shelton, Washington. It's the Washington State Patrol Academy, which is the state troopers. They do a class at a time there, or a couple classes at a time there. Or no, they do, I guess, 1 class at a time, but their classes are like 60 people at a time. So anyhow, that's a whole different requirement to be a state trooper than it is to be a police officer. They do a lot more of different training than we do, but they also meet our requirements. So anyhow, well, look at this. We're already here. That was pretty quick. Just go ahead and turn that guy off. We'll get this sold here real quick, and then I know that I just set all that up. I'll mention something on the way back. Awesome. 20 grand. No complaints there. All right, get this back to, we're probably gonna, yeah, that'll work there. Just thinking of my various points around the farm where I might want to take this. I think that'll work for us just fine. So meals, I'll say, at the police academy. So they served us breakfast, they served us lunch, and they served us dinner if you lived on campus, except for and that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then on Fridays, they didn't serve you dinner, but they served you lunch and breakfast still. And that was only if you lived there. You still could eat there if you were just like, if your agency wasn't that far away, was like within 50 miles of the police academy, then you weren't eligible to have like a dorm or a hotel or anything. You were expected to commute every day, which, you know, sucked for some people. Like I know one person in my class had to commute 2 hours every day because though their agency was really close to the academy, where they actually lived was further away than that. So it really sucked for them. But yeah, so if you're in that range where you commuted, you didn't have food or the dorms covered. But if you were someone who didn't commute because your agency was so far away and you lived on campus or you had a hotel or whatever, they paid for all your meals every day for at least Monday through Friday, except for Friday dinner. So they paid for that, and then my agency paid for the meals I had on the weekend, or at least they gave me a stipend. It wasn't really enough. If you had eaten out every meal, you wouldn't have enough to cover it, but you'd had enough to at least eat if you wanted to. So that was fine. And you could stay in the dorms or the hotels on the weekends as well if you didn't, you know, maybe if you were single and you didn't have family or stuff you wanted to go visit, you could just stay there and live there the whole time. So that was another option for you. But just a little bit about are you full already? Oh no, he's getting ready to turn around. But so yeah, that was something that was about it. So the meals there were, they always had, you could always get a burger every day if you wanted, and you could also get like chicken strips and like stuff like that. And they had like a kind of like a Subway type setup where you get sandwiches and stuff around there. That was available for you as well. What else did they have available? They always had something like the meal of the day or whatever they were serving that day. So if that sounded good, you could have that. Otherwise, you could go for something more standard or different, you know. So that was just kind of how it worked out. But actually, I think I'm gonna park this. Yeah, I think I'll park it right here this time, across here, because it's just easier, I think, to load. But yeah, so that's another tidbit about the academy. We did different training, different blocks, and different stuff like that. So again, most of it was classroom, but we had a large gym where we did our defensive tactics training, like learning how to fight and stuff like that. Then we also had a nice indoor firearms range where that had 15 lanes where we did all of our shooting training and everything like that. So those are some trainings we had. They also had like a mock city built out there where we could respond to calls and different stuff like that and do stuff like that. So we had certain days that were called patrol beat mocks days. So we did mock scenes is what they're called, where they're essentially just fake scenes that we respond to and different stuff when we get graded on them. So they did those. Yeah, they did those every so often and stuff like that as we learned more and got better at what we were doing. But yeah, definitely not like the Police Academy movie. Definitely not like that. Yeah, this must hold 24,000 liters, or yeah, 24, 25, because it's not quite full yet. But yeah, so that's my other tidbit about the police academy. I'll tell another police story later on today. So I'm going to keep harvesting stuff. The soy's not ready. The grass isn't ready yet. So once those get ready, we'll be good to go. And we'll take a look at the silage and some other stuff. And I'll probably end up delivering some pigs, maybe with you guys here or not. I don't know, probably without you guys here, just because you guys have seen it a few times. But yeah, that's just kind of how we're sitting. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, folks, it is 9:46 in the morning and the sugarcane harvest is done. I'm just going to park our sugarcane harvester there. I have that trailer there for silage. Oh, man. Let's go get this trailer parked here. Trailer got some good use out of it today doing that. And I'll show you in a second why sugarcane is one of the more profitable crops. It's a high yield and it sells for very low amounts of money, but it is a very, very profitable crop, and I'll show you why here. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. A little bit more difficult to park trailers now, but that's okay. That'll work. All right, so this is all done, and this will grow back up, and our next harvest will get us almost as much, about 15% less, just because we're not going to have the plowing state, since plowing is required every time. Still waiting for the grass state to the next state, and everything else should get to the next state soon. So everything is good to go here. But if we go into here, 182,453 liters. So if we sold that at 284, let's just do some quick math here. 284 times 182,000 liters. That would be just over $50,000, 51,000 some odd dollars for the sugarcane. Now we're getting a little bit more for 70,000 liters for our contract, but can you imagine $50,000 for a field that big on one harvest? That's crazy, and you don't have to do anything to get the second harvest. So yeah, before you just kind of get turned off to sugar beets and you're like, nah, I'm not going to do them sugarcane, jeez. Before you're like, I don't want to do sugarcane, it's not worth it, you know, blah, blah, blah. It is absolutely worth it. Yeah, you make a lot of money on it, so just be aware of that. And tons of you have commented now saying that the fermenter is a great idea. So that is fantastic. We're definitely going to hold on to it. I'm tempted to build a second one. I really am. Not going to lie. But I don't know. It just would be nice, too, to have... Is there any more in there? There's a little bit more. Well, we're just going to throw this in the silo now because I really want to use this trailer to haul our sugarcane. So we can sell our sugarcane off and get that contract completed. So that'll be our contract out of the way, which would be awesome. That was my main goal in this episode, was to get the sugarcane harvested. So looks like we're going to be able to accomplish that, which is awesome. All right. Get over to our sugarcane. We do have quite a bit of soybeans in there too, so we have a lot to sell in here. Fantastic. 284 is actually a pretty good price for sugarcane. We're delivering ours to the sweet shop. So the sweet shop not buy what? How can the sweet shop not buy sugarcane? That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. All right, well, let's see. Yeah, because the place we were going to sell it to is going to be... oh gosh, there's so much stuff. The sweet shop. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, maybe we'll go over to the garden center. It's right next door, so that just kind of makes a little bit of sense, I guess, to sell it to the garden center. So let's take a look at the garden center. If they... I believe they buy it, don't they? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. They're the good price. Awesome. So we get 25% above that, which would be awesome. So, and we're selling 70,000 liters there. So we're probably just going to take... we're probably just going to take it all over there. So, yeah, let's try this guy out there. So, remainder of this episode, trying to think of what else we want to accomplish. Honestly, we accomplished what I wanted to, which was get the sugarcane good to go. We do need to, actually, a good question on this. Let's go into here real quick. Okay, let's take off that. Okay, yeah, so we do need to do 2 states of plowing on it. So we probably should, or not plowing, fertilizer on it. So we'll probably need to get the fertilizer going, which actually, let's stop in this guy. Let's get this guy spreading a layer digestate on this bad boy just to get that going at least. So there is 1 layer on there, and then we can put the other one on there afterwards, which we'll probably do with the liquid fertilizer. just kind of like we did last time to kind of diversify it a little bit. Now I know I could use that tractor or any other tractor with legit narrows. This one apparently doesn't have legitimate narrows. And I could use the digestate spreader or the slurry spreader just because it has narrows on it that we know work because we've tested that. But it's just easier. That way I don't have to unhook all the sprayers and stuff. It's just easier. And actually I don't know if the Fent would be able to pull this thing because this thing's not even supposed to be able to pull this thing, but it does. So works out pretty well. But yeah, go get this guy. This is a massive tank right here. Just a massive thing. Oh, and also too, so I want to thank Kyle for pointing this out. So when I was in here looking at slurry spreaders, I was looking at this and I was like, what is the Catros? Because I couldn't find it in here. And he said it's under, what did he say? Discaros? Catros. There it is. So this hooks up to it. So that's awesome. So we look at that. I guess that's what's going to hook up to it. So yep, there we go. That's what's going to be right there. That's going to be so we can have the all the, yep, that's what it is right there. Perfect. That makes sense. It all comes together now. I would have never figured that out. Had he not told me, would have never figured that out. So very good information to have. Yeah, everything else is going well around the farm. We don't have a whole lot else to do today. That was kind of it. I mean, we're gonna do the soy harvest today. We're gonna get more grass done. That guy going. Oh, gosh, I'm really on the edge of whether or not I want to spend if it's worth 110,000 to get. I mean, we'll make it back with silage. No big deal. I mean, it's easy to make money on silage. We made $100,000. I mean, we make essentially about $100,000 every time we cut that grass field. So, I mean, in just over 2 harvests, we're gonna make back the money on the two fermenters, which that might be just worth it. So I may end up doing that just because it seems like it might be a good option for us. So yeah, if we did 2 ferment, I think we're gonna do 2 fermenters, guys. I think it just makes more sense so we can get it, speed up the production. Oh, I want to do that. I want to hire someone. There we go. Ooh, it's scary. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, but it is. Okay, good. As long as it's doing something, even if it doesn't look like it on the field, that's fine. All right, let's hop back in our Massey. Let's go get this stuff sold because I'm curious what we're gonna get in total, because 284 plus 25% is actually, I mean, that's like $70 more per 1,000 liters. So that's quite a bit more. So yeah, it'll be nice if we can sell all of the stuff that we have going on. I might, that's just because I'm gonna have to make so many trips. Let me see if I can't work on getting some auto drive put in here. On Sandy Bay, I'm thinking I'm going to learn how to use Courseplay because I haven't used Courseplay before. I'm thinking I'm going to learn how to use Courseplay and start using it on Sandy Bay just to kind of change things up and just see how I like it. I haven't tried it, and I think Sandy Bay would be a good series to try Courseplay out on. So yeah, I might actually do that just to kind of test it out and see what I think of it and see if I like it. I'll probably end up loving it, I'm sure. Just like I do with anything that's supposed to make your life easier in Farm Sim. But yeah. All right, that's... got all sorts of paths everywhere. Okay. Oh, that's kind of a... we need it to like go out to like there. Like, that's the wrong way. Can we do that? There we go. Okay, now we go there to there. Perfect. And then we probably can now hit record. Awesome. It would be nice to go through the sweet shop just because that'd be a little bit easier, but yeah, that should work out. If you haven't seen my tutorial series on how to use auto drive, you should go watch that. If you're interested in using auto drive, it will definitely help you. It will make your life so much easier. All right. Right here, we'll add garden center. Keep recording through that. And right there. So we get this. I'll probably just add in the 25% at the end after we get it all done. So we're selling it at what, 284? Let me write that down. $12,819. So may not seem like a lot for how much we just sold, but you have to remember the massive amount we got off of such a small field. That's what makes it really worth it. So just keep that in mind. Actually, I'm really tempted. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna do this just because I can. Some of you that might be like, that's just cringeworthy, but whatever, you know. Nothing wrong with driving through some bushes every so often. All right, there. Now we can just do this to connect this up. Perfect, and that should. I should save it real quick before I forget. Save. I think we should be able to do that. Yes. Okay, now we should be able to set you to go to farm delivery point. Power on. Fantastic. All right, well, I am going to carry on selling the sugarcane. So if we really look at it this way, let me just, I'm just going to give us that little bonus 25% right now since we're going to get ready to sell it. So for 70,000 liters, so 70 times the 284 times 1.25. So 24, is that right? 284 times 1.25 would get us 355. Oh, right, we're only getting the, okay, I'm not going to add that full, that's right, never mind. So 284 times 0.25 is the bonus, so 71 times 70. Okay, 4,970 is the 25% bonus. Seems kind of sad when you really break it down, but it's okay. Doing sugarcane was actually a really great idea. So it kind of pushed us into that, which is perfect. So what did I say the bonus was? 4,970. Oh, and while we're in here, for the manure, Ome Coascoast is going to ship us 4,500 bucks for all that. So there we go. We got that payment in there as well. So fantastic. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sell all of our sugarcane because I think that that price is very reasonable. And yeah, that will cover all of that one contract. So if I go over, looking at my contract screen. Perfect. Unfortunately, we couldn't deliver it to the sweet shop, but we still got it done. I'm just shocked. I thought the sweet, is there maybe something with the update where it took that out? Because I swore that would buy those. That's so strange. Interesting. Well, anyhow, okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep working. That's about all I got. I think our trees are getting close, like really close, like maybe another growth cycle. Let's go look at trees in here. I believe they have forestry. I thought they had the stages in here. Maybe not. That must have been something I looked up online. Okay. So we won't worry about that. Let's hop back over to that. You done? Yeah, he's done. You got all that fertilized. All right, so I'm just gonna keep selling our stuff off. Our animals are doing. I'm actually probably gonna deliver 10 more pigs. Every time I've been delivering pigs for Ome Coascoast, I have I've been just paying us out. So we owe him 30 more pigs, and he's paying us 500 bucks a piece for those. So we're still doing good on those. So I'll probably deliver 10 more of those. Yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting. I'm just looking at all the subscriber contracts. I have a spreadsheet I'm looking over right now. So, okay. Yeah, going back to one of our first ones ever, Maycroft, 25 premium logs, 10 meters in length. Again, we're going to do 8 meters length logs, 2,500 bucks a piece. That's so much money. That payout on that contract, 25 logs at 2,500 bucks a piece. That's 62,500 bucks for that contract. That is ridiculous. So we need, I mean, we've been working on that one for forever. I feel like it's just because trees grow super slow. So, yep. Red Turbo 66 did offer to buy our extra sheep. However, we don't need it anymore. Our sheep deal is over because by the time we have enough sheep that we're wanting to sell them, the animal dealer's up and running today as we speak. So, we're still giving Ome Coascoast a good deal on the pigs because he's been kind of a return customer for us, and it'll help him out because he had that issue with his pigs. So happy to do that for him. Yeah, okay. Everything's looking good here. Horses probably only have, what, 2 more days? 3 more days, maybe? That'll be nice. So, yeah, that's about where we're sitting, guys. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, good morning, everyone. So last night, nothing was ready to go except for the grass. So I harvested the grass. It's still sitting out on the field. I still need to collect it. We got $32,000 from the BGA because we only sold 1 load, so we didn't get as much just because we need another fermenter. Also, on a side note, if you hear any noise or squeaky noises or any anything rustling in the background, that is it's my new kitten. So I have a cat. My wife and I have a cat and 2 dogs, and we just got a new kitten today. That was a rescue. So he is being a bit crazy. That's just how cats are. So, or especially when they're that young. So if you hear anything, that's what it is. just so you're aware. Yeah. Oh, what was I saying? So yeah, I mowed the grass. I hauled 10 pigs yesterday, and we already got paid for those. So $5,000. Those went to Ome Costco. So we owe them 20 more pigs. And then, yes, what we need to do before I forget today, we need to take out our $10,000 payment for the Massey. So we now only owe $240,000. So sorry if at any point in there my voice faded for a second, it was because I was turning around looking at my cat that's going crazy. Anyhow, he's learning what a squirt bottle means and what he should not do. So again, it's his first night with us, so it's not surprising that he's being a little unruly. But yeah, so what we're gonna do, actually, let's take a look at animals real quick. Definitely need to be cleaned up and probably need food here soon. They're doing fine. They just need to be cleaned up, really. Water and straw soon. You guys just need to be cleaned up, and you need water. Cows need cleaned, a little bit of water, need straw, and probably need more food here soon. So we have some TMR inside of our storage facility, I believe. So those guys are doing great. Those guys are going to be up to 50 grand here in no time. So that's awesome. Probably 2 more days. Yeah, it looks like 2 more days. We'll be able to sell them, and then we'll top probably all that stuff off once there's a squeak if you heard it. I don't know what oh geez. Yeah, he's small enough too where he's trying to hop up on stuff. We can already get another 10 pigs delivered too as well. Chickens are 345 out of 400. So, and again, I said we'd sell them in loads of 100. I think we'll do 90 just because our trailer does 90. So once they get maxed out, we'll sell 90. Let them get maxed out, then sell 90. But they're reproducing. I guess their rate hasn't changed a whole lot, even as they've been going up. So, yeah, it just is what it is. All right. So, what are we gonna do here? I think I'll care for the animals probably in the start of the next episode is what I'll do. For now, I think we're just going to start getting the soy going and getting some of the other stuff taken care of, which mainly is just getting the soy harvested and the grass cut up and whatnot. And as you can see well, maybe you can't see because it's over there, but as you can see here, the sugarcane is starting to grow, which is great. So that is good news for us. Let's get this guy harvested, and then I'll talk a little bit about a police story kind of thing. So this isn't really a police story per se, but I will say this is kind of something that's funny that does happen. So this happens mostly when it's slow, and mostly on graveyard, when you work graveyard or night shift. We call night shift graveyard. So anyhow, we kind of have like jokes and stuff, or we'll like make jokes across the radio and stuff like that. Some of it is like super inside jokes, like where you need like to understand like stuff with like police work and everything to get the joke. But in general, I don't think you would for some of them. Like for example, so when we can either update our status with dispatch on the radio, like say, hey, I'm out at, let's say for example for me, something that happens every so often, I'm out at Taco Bell. So instead of doing that, we can use our car computers, and I can type, the code is 10-7, so I'll type in 10-7, and then I'll mark where I'm at. So I'll say in the notes, I'm at Taco Bell. So I'll do that, and then and dispatch can read everything we mark on our computer, so can every other officer that's working in the 3 counties around us. So tons of people could know if they really cared to look. I only have the officers up on my screen that are in my county that work in the same county as I do, so I don't necessarily know what all the other officers are doing, but all the other officers that's probably pretty common, is to have officers in your county up on your screen. So yeah, so and then when I'll leave Taco Bell, what I'll do is I'll mark on there, I'll be like, okay, I'm 10-8, which means I'm available for calls, and then I'll put with good food, or with tacos or something, put something in the status bar. So I'll do stuff like that. Or shoot, what did I say the other day? This happened a few months ago. One of the other officers said, hey, can you come to this other room in the police department? They said, hey, can you come to like the kitchen or something? So I said, I got on the radio, they just asked me to come real quick, because it's just easier to do that than shout down the hall. So I said, yep, copy that. And then I said, sorry, I have to edit. Okay, so I just edited out what I just said, because I said my city name in it, or where I work. But so So I said, okay, I'll be en route. Or I know I told him I would be on my way. Sorry, that's my cat climbing up. Let me just throw my cat off. Okay, perfect. Cat keeps trying to climb on my desk and on all my papers. It drives me crazy. Oh, he just bit my toe a little bit ago too while I was trying to tell that story. There may have been a reaction in there, but anyhow, sorry. I get extremely distracted extremely easily, especially when there's a small fur ball trying to crawl all over me. But anyhow, so I said, okay, you know, I'll start heading that way. I said copy, and then I told dispatch, I said, dispatch, I'll be en route. And they were like, copy? Because obviously I don't have to check en route to go to a different room in the police department. But they were funny too. So they got back on the radio and said, well, after they said copy, and then I got back on the radio and I said to continue it, I said, hopefully I can make it. I just ate because I had just eaten my dinner, so I was really full. And then dispatch responded to me by saying, I think rolling would be the best option for you. So I was like, copy that, I'll roll on over there. And so that was, and then you can kind of hear us laughing on the radio with each other. Anyway, so it was pretty funny. Probably more funny in the moment than I thinking about it now. But so I said that, and then later they dispatched me to go to the airport, because every time we have an airport flight come in, we have to send an officer there to just kind of hang out while the flight's getting ready to take off and stuff, just kind of as security, because our airport isn't big enough to have its own security force, which is pretty common. So I got dispatched, and this is like 4 hours later after this whole thing happened, and dispatch said, you know, said my badge number and said, you know, gave me the airport call, and I said copy, but they said time to roll on over to the airport is what they said. So it's just great, just a continuation of it. Oh, stuff like that. We goof off with dispatch a lot, which I think is great. It kind of gives us a good working relationship with them. And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, what we need to have going here is we need to hop over to you and get you add in a layer of fertilizer. Oh, we need to do the grass as well. I might just throw a layer of this fertilizer down on the grass, just because I have the fertilizer spreader out set up. So yeah, okay, perfect. That's adding one in. Okay. Yeah, so this is how we're going. We're doing well, I think. You getting all of it? Yeah, it looks like you're getting all of it. Hey, you're a little terror. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. No, stay down. You're driving me crazy. It was fine until I started recording, of course. So once I started recording, then my cat decided that was going to be the perfect time to drive me over the edge. So where is my international? Is it right there? Yeah, there it is. I need to push the sheep's wool out of the way, or I guess I could load it up on the trailer. Might as well just load it up on the trailer. So maybe we'll do that, and then we'll probably end up getting ready to finish out this episode here soon. I don't know if it'll be shorter or not, but we're kind of getting to like, this is a good point to kind of wrap it up. So might be wrapping it up soon. We'll see if we may even harvest sugarcane in the next episode. Who knows? But well, we'll definitely probably put in another fermenter in the next episode. That's for sure, because that's just something that we have to have, I think, is get that going, just because we do need it. I think it'll be more useful than not for us. So this is awesome. And I still have crop destruction turned off, so just because, I don't know, I can turn it back on now, but dealing with the sugarcane is a little bit hard to have it on, just because of how the harvester works. If you want to use workers and stuff and setting that up, it just makes it easier not to have it on, which I know a lot of people, and I used to do the same way, where I just played with crop destruction off. But I don't know, I just have it on because it adds a little bit of, mostly for me, it just adds some hilarity when I drive over my crops, because I do drive over my crops every so often. It's not extremely uncommon for me. So this is kind of what I've been doing, just because I can get a hold of 2 at a time here, and this is perfectly set up. So let me try to load from the front this time. I think that'll be a little bit more efficient for what I'm trying to do. Might be able to actually get a little bit more on this time. Get a little bit over, a little bit further over. All right, perfect, like right there. Beautiful. And then, so in case I ram the trailer or something silly, let's go ahead and lock those babies into place. Perfect. So now that's dealt with. Back out of here, and we'll just, I would probably just leave this guy here for now. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Do need to get the grass cleaned up. Actually, you know what I should do? I should go grab a trailer with this guy, just so we have it for when the harvester gets full at some point, because that will happen soon. But yeah, so we'll probably do a little bit with the animals, probably quite a bit with the animals right off the bat in the next episode. Yeah, that'll probably be when it ends up happening. What was I going to do? I was going to grab a trailer. See, totally forgot, just losing it. Oh, man. We probably could put the mowers away, too, real quick while we're here. Hook you up. Awesome. Upper eye is a nearly full grain tank already. I feel like that's really. I guess that's about right, but I feel like we're getting more soybeans than we did the last time. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it seems like. So we'll just have you hold out over here, and you can probably knock it off. You can go focus on, because I think I'm happy with that little strip not being fertilized. That's not going to matter a whole lot at the end of the day. So let's just go ahead and head over, see if we can't work our way around this stuff. This wouldn't destroy the crops anyways because it's got arrows on, so no big deal there. It's probably not best to spray chemical fertilizer right over the top of the grass we harvested, but hey, it's it'll all work out. It's fine. I was shocked that last night when I was closing this out that it didn't I was shocked that the soy wasn't ready to harvest by the time the day was over. I was really surprised by that. I thought for sure we'd be harvesting it by like 4 or 5 p.m. at the latest, and then when it wasn't ready by then, I was like, okay, maybe 6 or 7. No, 8 o'clock rolled around, it still was not ready. So I was like, well, I guess we got to kind of call it a day at that point. So I just mowed the grass and called it a day. What do we got going on? Okay, it's working. Doing something weird for a second there, I thought maybe. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait for him to get that going anyways. But yeah, I think we'll just wrap up the episode there on that disaster of a note. But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers as I'm recording this, so thank you everyone who is on board and on the Farmer Crop channel. If there's anything you think we should do differently in other episodes, or anything you need for your farm as a subscriber contract, please let me know. Thank you guys. This has been Farmer Crop. Thank you for watching.